Good morning, beautiful Bearcats. I'm going to be going over Friday's assignment. If you've already completed this, that's great. Use this to check your work. If you've not completed it, then work on it with me. The writing process, pre-writing and arranging ideas. The next step in the writing process is to arrange your ideas in an order that makes sense. These are different ways to arrange your ideas, to put your ideas in an order that others can understand, an organized order. So here's four different types of order. We've got chronological, spatial, importance, and logical. We'll start with the word chronological. Okay, chrono is the base word for the word time. Okay, so then we're looking at um, where it says chronological describes events in the order that they happened. So when you're working on ideas that requires you to say first, next, then finally, or it gives you step-by-step directions on do this first, do this second, do this third. What you're doing is you're describing events in the order that they happened. So you would use chronological order. The next type of order is spatial. Spatial describes objects according to where they are, from near to far to from left to right, and so on. So spatial, coming from the base word or the root word space, is describing a type of writing that requires you to give description of your environment. For example, if you're describing uh, an area that you've been in, or you're trying to explain a map to somebody, that's when you're using spatial as your type of order to help you organize your ideas. The next type of order is importance. Importance presents details from least to most important or from most to least important. And you want to use importance when you're trying to persuade something or you want to try to persuade something against an idea, or you just want to inform someone about the importance of a topic. So you use importance when you're trying to inform or you're trying to influence or you're trying to convince somebody about a topic. Okay. And then we have logical. Logical, the type of order of logical places related details together. That means, when you're using the logical order to arrange your ideas, you're using categories or you're using topics that are already broken down into smaller subsections to make sure that every detail is included and it's organized to where your readers are understanding what you're trying to write about, the bigger picture of your topic. Okay, so that's logical. All right, so once I've kind of understood what these different ways of arranging the ideas are, we're going to come down and we're going to complete the assignment. Exercise 5, arranging ideas. Read the following descriptions of writing situations. Okay, so these are situations that somebody's writing about. Think about the ideas and details you would use in each situation. Then choose an appropriate order for each. On the line before each sentence, write the type of order you would choose. So, the type of order I would choose would be one of these. Okay. So, I would have to come down here and decide after reading the idea which type of order this writer should use. So, number one, you are writing a letter to the editor of your local paper. In the letter, you give three reasons why the gymnasium should be open to students after school. All right, so I'm thinking I need to give three reasons why the gymnasium should be open to students after school. I'm not talking about a place where I have to describe its surroundings. That'll be spatial. I'm not giving step by step directions on how they could open a gymnasium, but I am needing to give the importance on reasons why it is uh, the gymnasium should be open to students after school. So what I would do is I would say in order for me to be successful in convincing, um, people to give people reasons to open the gymnasium should to students after school should be used in the order of importance. I'm going to give them, hey, it's important to open the gymnasium after school because, and I'll list my three reasons. So I would say the type of order that I would use here is importance. And that's all you have to write is all you have to write is the type of order. So the type of order that I'm going to use for number one is importance. Okay. Number two, you are writing an essay to describe a town you recently visited. Okay, so I'm looking at the word a town that I visited, and I'm going to try to give ideas about the surroundings of that town. Oh, I remember what this is. It's spatial, because spatial comes from the word space, and I have to describe objects according to where they are, from near to far, from far left to right, and so on, so that people understand that town that I just visited. Okay, so I'll use spatial here. All right. Number three, you are writing an essay about the different breeds of dogs and what they are used for. Are they used for as herders, hunting dogs, watchdogs, and so on? Oh, I get it. Okay, so we're looking at breeds of dogs, and then we're going to break them into, more smaller categories like herders. There now breeds of dogs. We're going to look at different types of dogs. Okay, so this must be where they're starting to start thinking about categories or how they should be placed together. So I'm going to say that I should be using the type of order of being logical about it, placing related details together, different types of dogs in, one essay. Okay, so I'll say that this type of order should be logical. All right, number four, you are writing a description of how to change a bicycle tire. All right, if I'm looking at how to change a bicycle tire, I'm probably going to be reading some directions. They're probably going to say, first do this, next do this, third do this. So if I'm reading directions, that must talk about that must be talking about a chronological type of writing. Describes events in the order that they happened because I have to follow a sequence of directions. So here I would say that it's chronological. Okay. All right, lastly, number five. You are writing your first letter to a new pen pal, describing your friends and family. I had a discussion about this one with another student, and it could be importance, okay? Because you want to tell them the most important thing about your wonderful family, your friends and family. Or you could also use the type of order of it being a logical type of writing because you're probably explaining different details of your family and different details of your friends, but you can and you're bringing all of those ideas together. So it just depends on how you view it. You can use importance or logical, and either one I would say is correct. Okay? And that's totally up to you. So I hope that this video helps you. Let me know if you're still confused. Um, all right. Take care and do your best. Email me if you need help. Okay. See ya. Bye.